Welcome, fellow denizens of the internet. This is the Palm Sweat, bringing you a unique turn-based mech game that it has a lot of different flexibility, character traits, ways you could build your mech, what kind of shit you can equip to them, and all in all, it's quite the experience. I've dumped about 34 hours into this game, and well, it's a lot easier to show than it is to explain some of the things that go on. So without further ado, let's begin. We're just going to keep everything normal. We're not going to really mess with any of that. Now, this game does railroad you pretty hard when it comes to the tutorial. But after you're done the tutorial, it gives you some free reign. All systems nominal, ready to commence testing. Deployment confirmed. The techs want to see if you can push the prediction prototype to a full 5 seconds. HQ, I'm seeing a lot of interference in our data streams. It looks like the northern comm tower might be offline. And we're seeing that too. The lieutenant is keeping busy at the town site. Any chance you could check on the tower before commencing the test? Alright. Do the old button presses. Select this guy right here. Yes, this cadet. And this right here, this is telling us like our torso, how much damage our torso can take, our legs. I forget if this is the left arm, but left arm, right arm. And then if we get like shielding or barrier, it'll show up as like a green marker right there. Left click on them. They want us to run this guy all the way over here. And then we execute it. On our way, I swear, if it's just those damn birds again. Major, it looks like the power line has been completely severed. How is that even possible? HQ, are you seeing this? Connection error. Attempting to reconnect. This doesn't feel right. Let's bring the prediction system online. And here is where we boot up what makes this game unique, in my opinion. This is our timeline, which we can do lots of cool, neat things. This borrows from like the D&D turn system of, in D&D, each turn is technically 6 seconds long. This here just uses 5 seconds. But that's where you plan out all your actions, you're attacking, you're moving. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Whoops. A little too eager to get to the action. As I said, I've dumped like 34 hours into this game. So, I'm a little bit experienced. And what you see here with how the blue meter is how long it takes for us to travel there. So that takes roughly about 2.5 seconds. So, in that 2.5 seconds, a lot can happen. Oh, we have contact. It looks like a Kaskad? tank? I'm not detecting any registration or transponder. Attention, you have crossed the border into Fyrland territory. We will provide an escort back to Kaskad Dominion soil. Please confirm. Contact confirmed. Commencing Phase 2. Boundary Falls has multiple prototype units on patrol. Try to take them intact. Major, predicted weapons going hot. And now he's gonna try and light us up. We're gonna move right here. As you can see, when the timeline moves forward, you can actually see the tank and its cone of fire, how it's going to shoot, the spray of it. Now, since my teammate is moving behind cover here, there's a good chance that this tower is going to eat all of the shots from this tank, which, if you plan it well, you can do a lot of cool things, dodging in and out of buildings and in cover. Now, let's put our attack right about here. And then we're going to attack this guy. Now, he's over here, but when we attack, he'll be here in the predicted timeline. So that's something you got to keep in mind as you're planning your moves and your enemies are moving around. You got to think of where they're going to be and where you're going to be in the timeline of when you want to attack things, which can be pretty handy and make for some really cool fights. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, hose him down. Tank didn't stand a chance. What the hell were they thinking? That was an act of war. Are comms still down? We need to... Reading multiple Kaskad signatures approaching from the north. Take cover! And now we run. Yet again. Because this is just a training exercise with these prototype mechs that have these really cool software. All teams continue to advance, weapons free, secure those prototypes, level everything if you have to. Major, come in. Multiple signatures are moving on the town site, requesting immediate support. Brother, get to the town. Cadet, I'll defend this position. Bang! Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Now we got reinforcements. Oh, loading. Multiple units on approach. Treat as hostile. T-minus 5 seconds. Enemy forces are attacking the town. Eliminate them using the three units at your disposal. Alright. So first, let's see who is attacking. We got one mech here with looks to be a missile launcher and an assault rifle. Then one heavy cannon, an auto cannon, two more regular cannons, and another auto cannon. Okay, okay. Now what do we have to work with? This guy's got a heavy gun. Solar burst. Oh, it's a laser emitter. That should be fun. What does this guy have? He has an assault rifle and a SMG? Okay, okay, I can work with that. What about this dude? Shotgun and shield. Okay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, first, let's see. So they want to attack just the houses? Weird, but whatever. So we'll bring him all the way up there. And then right about there is when that guy's going to be in range for damage. How about this guy? How far? We'll go right there. And then how close can you be? Right about there. Maybe we can fit in 2 attacks on this mech. Try and get it down and out of the way before it becomes an actual problem. Alright, we got 2 of our guys planned out. Now, this guy, I think he's just gonna come over here and mess these mechs up, these tanks up. Cause we ain't got no more mechs over here. Oh, he can't move that far. He's a slow one. Alright. Whoa, he's got a wicked crazy range. Does he even need to move? Well, we'll go here. And I guess we'll shoot at that thing. Right there, that tank. The big old cannon. And now, oh, wrong button. Try to turn the camera, not move it over. Let's see what happens. Laser cannon of doom. Jesus, did you see him just get shotgunned down over there? Just bang. Took him right out. Let's watch it again. He moves up and just deletes him with the shotgun. We even got the slow motion over here. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they're not giving it to me in the regular planning stage, execution stage. Ooh. So, shield guy. Gonna get you to move. Right here. And then get you to attack this guy. And we'll see if we can get you to attack again. This guy. And I mean, if you can just keep piling on the attacks, send another one towards him. Why not? And we'll have this guy. We'll have him run this way. And as he's running this way, we'll have him shoot this tank. And we'll have him keep running. Oh, no, actually. Because we'll have this guy right here. He will shoot the holy beam cannon at this tank over here and erase his existence for choosing to defile the holy Imperium here, okay? Actually, it's a melt-a-cannon. Holy melt-a-cannon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. These could be knights. Knights of a long-lost tech world. Anywho's. Um, yeah, let's just send it. And hope we have provided enough bang bang for... Yep, that one's gone. Oh, holy beam cannon has annihilated him. Shotgun has destroyed that one. And yet, the assault rifle murdered the last. Look at that. Morkadas signatures approaching our position, detecting 20, 30. Connection lost. Reserve relay offline. Emergency broadcast failed. We're being overrun. All units, evacuate the civilians and fall back. Don't let them get their hands on the prototypes. The attack on Boundary Falls was the first of many. Without warning or provocation, the Kaskad domain swiftly overran their neighboring country, the Republic of Fyrland. The annexation was brutal and absolute. Within days, Fyrland's military reduced to scrap and rubble. Their surviving forces fled to whatever safe corners they could find. Armed only with the salvaged or rebuilt equipment, they worked together to form a resistance, engaging in covert and guerrilla warfare against their occupiers. Over time, they became known as Fyrland's Freedom Forces, or the 3F. With dwindling numbers, their victories were short-lived, but the 3F had one thing that the Kaskad didn't: the prototype prediction technology that had been saved from the Boundary Falls. These prototypes were entrusted to a small group of mech pilots, who could use it to strike at their oppressors with seemingly supernatural precision and speed. To risk their one advantage, the time had to be right. For the last 3 years, they have remained hidden, waiting for their opportunity to fight back. That opportunity is today. 3 years later, Heedmark Borderland, Kaskad Dominion Annex. You peer out at the vast stretch of land before you. Despite years of occupation, it still feels like home. A pilot points to a spot on the map directly ahead of you. Langset, one of Fyrland's remote outposts, now under Kaskad's command, and, if your intel can be trusted, home to a mobile base currently undergoing repair. It's time to make your move. Alright, this is the overworld, or not the overworld, this is the region we are currently in. This is where it'll tell us our main objectives and our different areas. They'll show up as red markers usually, and they'll have 1 to 4, sometimes 1 to 6 star ratings, and that can be how difficult that particular area is going to be. Langset, once a remote mine way up in the Heedmark Highlands, Kaskad forces repurposed it as a repair yard for some of their larger armored vehicles. Those were the early days of the occupation. Now, aside from a small patrol, it seems nearly abandoned. Your mech frames haven't had a tune-up since before the invasion, but they should have no trouble here, especially when they're equipped with the prediction systems. One of your pilots spot the old mobile base settled into a repair bay, ripe for the taking. It's time to move in. Alright. We are going to get das Loot, yeah. And here is the mobile base that we will be politely taking. I have decided it's mine, and we will do what Padme would call aggressive negotiations. Okay, this is what we've been looking for. If we can capture the mobile base... Oh. Control, we're seeing 2 mechs approach from the west. I'm getting a negative response on my IFF, treating these signatures as hostile. Little quick on the text there, huh? Thanks to your prediction systems, this patrol should pose a little threat to your mechs. Check the predicted enemy actions, avoid the incoming fire, and strike once in range. I mean, kind of self-explanatory. Here's where it'll tell us the mission and what we need to do in order to win the mission. And if we have any extra side objectives, it'll show it there too. Alright, so where are we? Sierra and the longbow mech. And then we got Kilo and the defender. Or Kilo's a defender is her class, and she's in her protector mech. And he's in a longbow. Alright. Just those 2 tanks? Really? Okay. I mean, if that's... Oh, nope, let's not do that then. Because then we'll run into them. Let's run over here. And on our way... Let's see... Nope. It'd have to be right about here. Maybe a little bit further. Ah, yes. Our attacks and special moves like boost or our secondary weapon, some equipment will generate heat. Now, right here is our threshold. If we go past that, it's kind of like in Mech Warrior. When you overheat your mech, you either suffer catastrophic damage or you shut down. And you take a temporary nap in the middle of a fight, which we all know is not good. No naps in fights. Das Trouble. Yeah. Alright. And we'll bring this guy over here, and he will beat the snot out of this tank. Because he'll just roll right up and just be like, kaplow, kaplow. Yeah, it generates a lot of heat. Now, with this guy... And could we sneak? Yeah, let's sneak some SMG. Oh, it's a handgun. We have a handgun this time. They took our SMG away. Why? I didn't even get to play with it. Alright. Alright. We're gonna go slow motion. I like doing slow motion or half speed, so you could really see the cool stuff that's going down. Like right up about here. This guy should start firing any second now. And he's just gonna shred this tank AA gun right here. And he's just like... Bang! Oof. And this guy's crashing out. Crashing, there's actually like a driving or piloting check that gets made behind the scenes, and your guys can actually crash out or fall down, and it will cost them turns and movement points to get back up. See what you took out that tank in 2 shots. Oh, I guess we didn't need to whip out the pistol on this guy. Well, look at him. He actually like puts away his main arm, pulls out the pistol. Now we'll just speed it up. Because they're all dead. And was Was there any more, guys? I think we did eliminate all the hostiles. Do we just wait then? I forget, it's been so long since I played the beginning. Well, I guess we'll just wait. I mean, I don't like wasting a turn like that. Deploying those old mechs. Ha, is this supposed to be Fyrland's resistance? Let's put them in the ground and report it to command. Oh, oh, you sad, sad fool. We're gonna roll up here, and we're just gonna smoke you. Actually, we're gonna go a little bit closer. Yeah. Yeah. And we are just going to absolutely unload on you. As for the other guy, you're already in range. And I can move over here and block it using the hillside, and then we'll wait for a couple seconds or parts of a second. Yeah, about 0.8 seconds. Enough for him to waste time. Then we'll move him just a little bit. So that way we can get another shot on him. So we'll actually have this guy, so that way we don't crossfire, because friendly fire is a thing in this game. You can unintentionally flatline your own guys. I've done it once or twice. And I'm like, oops. But by then, it's usually too late. Alright. So, this guy seems like it'll be all good. And then they'll both hose him down right there. Alright. What I see. Yeah, look at him. Just taking hits. And each, depending on where it lands, is actually what body part it damages. I've always thought that was so cool. Some like BattleTech inspiration right there. And look, right there, as he's running, he's pushing objects out of the way. I don't know if those were just like walls or barricades or what those really were. The attention to detail with crushing trees. And see? Getting by anything can be used as cover. So sometimes it's really smart to pay attention to what you're close to and the height of it, and whether or not it can eat shots for you. Because now these guys are just gonna come over and absolutely wreck this dude's house. He's about to have a really bad day. See, right there? Bang. Oof. Just eating that. And then getting chewed up from this side too, with the good old machine gun. Another round of the shotgun. Oof. I think he might actually make it. Yeah. Wow, he survived. I should have hit him again with the shotgun, I guess. I genuinely thought I had him right there. Well, Well, we will be sure to smoke him most generously next turn. Oh. And he wants to run. No. No, sir. There's no running for you. We'll go to this guy. And we are just going to unleash the rounds. Oof. And then we'll move this way. So that way he's still in range. And we can actually close in on him. Make sure to finish the job. Because bang, bang, then we move. And we start shooting him. Well, let's see. Oh, he's crashing out. He's falling, see? Yeah, then while he's down, we finish him. Beautiful. All clear. Looks like we got them before they managed to get the word out. Let's salvage what equipment we can, then get this crawler up and running. Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that. Okay. After each fight, you can review key metrics, the state of your squad, and available rewards. Just let you know, like, how long it actually took, how many moves you made, distance, stuff you blew up, damage, and the usual statistics. And then here's where you get XP, and depending on how much they level up, you can actually select different perks, and it'll tell you like the different sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. The different kind of special abilities, and then once you reach level 5, you can prestige your characters, and then they get to select a perk from their current skill tree to keep when they prestige, and then you get the chance of rolling whole new perks with the next level of prestige, which resets you back to level 1. Oh, look. We got some stuff. Yay. Of course we did. It's the beginning of the game. And then the salvaging. Kind of like in Mech Warrior, this is all of the pieces that we can snag from the battlefield. Now, we can either recover them or salvage them, which gives us basic, rare, and advanced, or I forget what the third tier of crafting components is called, but it gives us different tiers depending upon the rarity. Like, there's gray, green, and then blue. And I think there's purple after that. Purple or the gold. I don't quite remember. And this is telling us the limit that how much we have to salvage and stuff like that. And this is where you can actually look at what you have equipped to be able to compare it to here. let's just grab absolutely everything that we can for right now. And we'll salvage those. Because that's the best we can do right now. The mobile base is creaky from disuse, but still otherwise intact. Inside the giant crawler, there's ample space to accommodate pilots, crew, complete with a mech bay. It won't be cozy, but it'll serve well as home for you and your crew. With this rugged all-terrain vehicle, you'll be able to take the fight out onto the road, striking your enemy where they won't expect it, refitting your mechs in the field and sheltering your crew. It will be crucial to your campaign. And let me tell you, oh boy is it. And this is our mobile base, where it's going to railroad tutorialize us. And this is where we can edit our mechs, and it's going to force us to do that. This is where it'll tell us all the statistics. Like, it's really good on the statistics and you knowing what your weapons are capable of. Like, this will actually give you the scatter, the optimal range when it will start to fall off, how often you can fire it in combat right now, your damage, pilot damage, because you can just straight up kill the pilot and the mech is fine. Structure damage to like the parts of the torso. Heat generation, the projectile speed, because that actually matters, because that for like your missiles, sometimes you can shoot it on one turn and your missile won't hit till the next turn. So you kind of have to plan a bit with that too. Air filtering. Alright. Do I have a better assault rifle? Is that what it's trying to tell me? DPS looks better on this one. We'll go with that one. And now we can attack more often in combat with this one. You can also customize your colors, what they're named. We don't have any spare stuff at the moment. Oh, maybe we do. Can change out some of these. Don't have any backpacks at the moment. And this is our other mech. He's the guy with the shield. Which this is actually super handy to have. Because if you put up your shield and you run into another enemy, you can straight up shield bash them. It's pretty cool. We'll have to do it the next time. Alright, back to the province. As the crawler's systems hum to life, you immediately notice a blip on the scanners. It's a distress call sent from a civilian radio on 3F frequencies. Kaskad forces have begun to move into a local village, no doubt in response to your attack on the outpost. There's no time to waste. New waypoint. Return to base. Oh, we're over here. Let's go up here first. See what this is. You come across a massive concrete tunnel disappearing into the hillside. Likely another entrance to the mining complex. The driver, visibly relieved, jumps out of their seat and rushes downstairs to check the suspension. The old metal beast has been surprisingly cooperative so far, but after years in storage, there's no shortage of things for your engineers to check. Should we check out the mines? Asked one of your pilots. Considering our proximity to Langsat, there might still be some equipment inside. I'm gonna say dig. Some old equipment has been stashed in the entrance to the tunnel, but your squad reports that they found a small storage area off to the side. You look out of the window to see your crew dragging a large crate through the grass. Ooh. What'd you guys bring? Some new legs. Okay. Improved cooling. Ooh, that might actually be better. Okay, so I didn't show that when I was in the mech customization. We'll go to the legs. Okay, you see how the legs we currently have equipped? Nothing here off to the side. Should be like a box. Like this. Now, each one of these parts, not only do they have levels, rarities, but they also come with perks. Sometimes, like you see right here with it being locked, you can't take this perk out. With other ones, with it being unlocked, you can take them out and you can switch them out with all kinds of other cool stuff for lowering your mass, which your mass is what affects your speed and your type of mech that you're running, whether it's a light mech or a medium mech, heavy mech. Yeah, it's just overall better than the legs we had previously. Alright, back to the province. And we'll come over here to this village. The crawler stops on the outskirts of the village. The briefing table in front of you lights up with enemy signatures and topographic scans. We can't go in there guns blazing as usual, a pilot says to another. This isn't a base or a battlefield. These are people's homes. Valid point. Let's suit up. The mobile base can scan the site in advance, revealing valuable intel. Customize your squad. Depending on the mission and the local terrain can be key to victory. Alright, this is where it'll tell us like what we'll be doing and then our rewards. And if there's side objectives, it'll tell us the possible rewards for that as well. Usually on-site contacts, how many drop contacts, so the reinforcements we can expect, the danger level of it. As I said, this can go 1 to 4, or sometimes 1 to 6, or it increases the further on that I've gotten into the game. And then this will actually tell us where are our enemies and what kind of things will be on the side. This is where we can select the amount of people we want to bring in, or who we want to bring in, and what kind of mechs we want to bring in. And also, each one of our pilots, not only do they have health, but they also have a fatigue limit. Think kind of like an XCOM, or what is the other game? Phoenix Point, I believe they called it. The spiritual successor to XCOM. Yeah, there's only so many times that they can be in a fight before they need to rest. If not, they suffer negatives in the fight. Alright, there's nothing we can really change over here, so we're just going to continue on since we're still in the tutorial stage. This isn't the best place for a fight, Commander. Lead the enemy away from the buildings. Fyrland Freedom Forces should be here soon. Was not quick enough. Not every fight takes place out in the field or at a military installation. From time to time, you will need to deal with enemies in civilian areas. Avoid using civilian billions as... tongue twisted there for a second. Avoid using civilian buildings as cover to protect them from damage. Leaving a city in ruins can complicate your campaign, reducing rewards, worsening your relationship with the resistant forces, or outright failing the mission. When fighting in cities, some enemies might hold fire until they have line of sight. However, it's best to not count on their trigger discipline. The enemy will fire if they catch a glimpse of your unit, even if there's a civilian building behind it. So they don't care about collateral damages, is what I'm picking up here. Oh no, we don't want to eject the pilot. We'll run him right up there. Now where can... Oh, from like right here I can start shooting him. Can I shoot him again? Alright, and then let's move this guy. How far can he move? Not nearly as far. Well, we'll have him run up there. Oh, no, can we get him further? See if we can get him a bit further. Right about there. Have him run all the way down, because this guy's just gonna go in a guns a-blazing. Just brah. Oh, and then actually, we should wait until he is right about there, actually. So that way we can ensure we don't hit any civvy buildings. Can't have them not happy with us, yeah. Alright. And I guess... let's see what happens. Go at half speed. Right up until he starts shooting, because... bang! Look at that. Every shot on point. He's crashing out. We took his dreads. We're gonna take his cabin. Maybe I didn't need to shoot him twice. But you know, never hurts to put more rounds downrange. I mean, we also don't have to worry about ammo, so... yeah, shoot the ground just to be sure. Approaching the LZ, landing 5 seconds away. Glad to join the fight, Commander. Where are you landing, buddy? I'm so confused on where he would be landing. But anywho, we'll just take our guys. Oh, he's gonna charge right up the main line. And we will start shield bashing right there. Oh, we'll actually start shielding a little bit earlier. Right as he starts to shoot. Bang! Collision, and then maybe we can turn around and shotgun him, because we're gonna have our other guy. He's gonna run up here and he is going to shoot this guy right here. And we'll throw... We'll shoot him with the handgun just to be sure. Now, is there any other guys? Oh, this guy lands right over there on top of that. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Because I think that's really all I could or should do right now, more correctly. Because I'm not sure if he... Yeah, he wouldn't be able to get another shot off this turn. And this guy, I think he's going to end up killing this dude. I mean, he could come over here. We'll remove that. And let's see. Right here. He can make it into range to shoot that guy. That might actually be a better plan of attack. So, let's find out. Slow motion as these guys run up. Because I have done the shield bash once before, but it's been so long I've forgotten what it even looks like. So this guy's just running up here, and this tank's just sitting there, I guess. He's getting ready to block as this guy gets ready to shoot. Just bash right into him. Look at that. He didn't even know what hit him. Incredible. Just falling right out right there. Oh. Why did you zoom me all the way over there? Don't do that. Yeah. We shoot him while he's down too. Bap with the shotgun. And then we're gonna give him another one for good measure. Anytime now. Yeah. And then our other guy getting ready. He whips out his own gun. And he's like, oh, and just shoots the tree right next to him. All shots just majorly woofing so hard. Oh, this man thinks. He's gonna get up. Yep. Nope. Actually, can we... Yeah, I think we could shoot him. And we'll move back a little bit. and then we'll run forward again and hit him with the good old shield bash. Oh, nope. We did want it right there. And we want to target him. And then we're going to move this guy. And we'll try to get an attack right about there. Yeah. We'll get him good this time. Alright. I believe in us. Oh my goodness, he survived again by a hair. Oh my goodness, this guy. This guy's got the luck of the gods on his side. We will just mercilessly dump rounds into you until we approach critical overloads. Just everybody shoot him. Wow, that guy was way more resilient than I thought. All right. Let's check out the full replay. All the way from the beginning. Now, this is an experimental feature within the game that the developers put in it, where we could actually see the whole fight from start to beginning, or start to end. Start to beginning, yes, because that totally is how it works. Definitely. Anyhoozle. But I think this is one of the coolest features, because you can actually see this is all happening within 20 seconds as you just fly right in there, bash into stuff. It's crazy. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. That's how fast this fight was. This wasn't like 2 minutes, 2 hours. No, this was 20 seconds. An absolute blitz attack. Alright. More fatigue built up. Some more camp resources, some legs. Ooh, we got a missile launcher. This is the sidearm missile launcher. That'll be handy. And it has the composite perk. And these are all level 2. But I want to bring the legs. Actually, we'll do that instead. So that way we can start throwing some more parts on him. Or her. The other mech. As opposed to our longbow. We'll have to come up with some good names for him. Can't let him just be nameless. Having a mech without a name is like having a pet without a name. It's just not okay. Or not naming your boat or your car or your plane. One of your pilots leaps down from their mech, raising cheers from the rest of the crew. Everyone's in high spirits, but you can see they need to rest. The med bay and repair systems are finally up and running. It's time for a short stop. Take care of your squad. Taking care of your squad is your key responsibility as a commander. With the mobile base and supplies at your disposal, you can finally attend to injuries, let your pilots rest, and repair your mechs. Over here is where it'll show you that kind of stuff. This section displays the mechs at your disposal, total number of mechs your base can accommodate, this being 3. Their average loadout, all the other doodads and bells whistles. Same here as for pilots. And we can set up camp, and if they're healed or fatigued or injured or fatigued, we can heal them up, repair our mechs. Now right now it doesn't fully repair our mechs. It only does it partially. So you kind of have to pick and choose what you're going to do each time you rest. Now the ideal thing is that your mechs, you don't take too much damage with them. And your pilots, you have a nice rotation. Alright. Rest up. Oh, that's cool. This is something that I like with their rest system. See, this is the usual stuff that you'll get, but then there's these green ones that is a random roll. Friggin' that will help, like with this mech. It helps with the frame integrity, and then we get health here. There are some rolls that will give you like better barrier or more movement speed or better heat dispersion, more damage. It can be pretty cool and pretty helpful. Sometimes these will last until 3 fights, or sometimes it'll last until the next time that you camp. And here's our new waypoint. Now that we're finally outside of the tutorial. We got demolitions where you just go in and wreck stuff, tank ambushes where you take out enemy convoys, and then for all the enemy convoy tanks that you took out, you get to pick through the parts. Usually some good stuff. And we are way over here. Now I think that's where we're going to end today's adventure, having got out of the tutorial and kind of gotten a sense and a feel for how this game works. Well, at least you guys did. I've done some heavy hours into this. I greatly enjoy this, along with its simulation, turn-based experience that it gives. You can see some really cool fights, and make some really cool mechs, because they also have melee weapons, not just shields. They have axes, swords, there was a hammer. I think there was also like the drill punch fist, like from Front Mission 3, the spike. Yeah, they have some cool guns in this game. Lots of cool stuff. But thank you for watching. If you managed to make it this far, please like, subscribe. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like down in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. I do appreciate you taking the time. And I do hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.